What's up, guys? Animaniacs movie fan here, and welcome back to another video. Today is a different type of video that you might have seen before if you're a true fan of me. Like a year or two ago, I made a Thomas the Tank Engine Iceberg that I made by myself, which didn't pretty go well because it said there would be a part 2 because the recording froze after 15 minutes. The part 2 didn't post, so I just gave up. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on those post notifications to know when I get on a new video. Anyways, let's get into the NASCAR Iceberg. This is the NASCAR Iceberg. By now, every NASCAR driver knows that Dale Earnhardt Sr., the father of Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeffrey Earnhardt, passed away in 2001 at the Daytona 500 for 2001. The reason why this is on the top of the iceberg is because he's very, very, very well known. By now, everybody and every NASCAR driver and fan should know this event. After every year at the Busch Clash, the Daytona 500 is held, or known as the Great All-American Race itself, held at Daytona Beach, Florida, usually in February after the Busch Clash. Before I go on from this fact, there are more facts to tell, but due to there being too much, I'm shortening it down, so I might be missing stuff. But anyways, a photo finish is where two cars come down the front stretch on the final lap as they're neck to neck. Usually in a cartoon race. They go neck to neck and it's so close to call that they don't know. Basically looking like this. Okay, cheersing right now. And plus, Denny Hamlin won this race. The big one is usually called this because it is a crash that involves more than 5 cars, causing a massive crash to break out, and causing probably most people, as you can see in these two videos. Jeff Gordon's T-Rex paint scheme was only used in about 1 or 2 races in the 1995 to 2000 time period. The reason why it's never used is because NASCAR banned it for some reason, being one of the rarest schemes a driver can have. Roof flaps are what NASCAR put on cars to prevent the wind go underneath the car and get it airborne, such like restrictor plates to keep the car on the ground. Let's Go Brandon is a meme from the NASCAR community that started from a Talladega race, I believe in 2021, but it was a misunderstanding for the saying F Joe Biden. Kyle Larson's racial slur, or the racist word, can be referred to one thing. When a streamer was streaming iRacing with Kyle Larson, they couldn't hear him. So Kyle Larson said, and some NASCAR drivers have been asking, why did Kyle Larson change his car from 42 to 5? Well, NASCAR actually banned him from racing from that team that he was driving for, and so he had to go to another whole team, and now is the number 5 because the 42 was open in that team. The Talladega 500 was the first ever Talladega 500 due to Talladega Superspeedway, or used to be called Alabama Superspeedway, was built in 1969. Thus, the first race at Talladega was the 1969 Talladega 500.
In motorsports, a tire war occurs when more than one tire manufacturer exists in a series, often with different tire companies under contract with specific teams. Tire wars are often said to be undesirable for motorsports series since it often leads tire manufacturers to push the limits of their tires in order to beat the competition, which can lead to widespread Tire failures across one event such as the 2005 United States Grand Prix are leading to one tire being more successful in said series regardless of the other car components. Though others have argued that tire wars push innovation into series where there is one. Tire wars have occurred in series such as Formula One, NASCAR, Super GT, and
MotoGP. If you don't know who Hailie Deegan is a driver in a somewhat Arca Menard series, or probably used to, but most commonly known for running full-time in the truck series for NASCAR. Anyways,
2020, Deegan was criticized when comments surfaced from an audio podcast in which she called the COVID-19 pandemic a hoax. On January 10, 2021, she again attracted criticism for using an ableist slur during an iRacing livestream on her Twitch channel.
John was telling me he used to be a truck series driver, and he used to be, when it was a thing, a nationwide series driver. But sadly, this year, he sadly passed away in a shooting in his hometown, killing him. Sadly, I cannot find any information on this. Not even Alexa knows. Not even Google knows. Not even Safari knows. So, this is not to be answered. I'm sorry, viewers. In the Atlanta Journal 500, Bill Elliott was taking a quick pit stop when a car slid into his pit box, killing some of his pit crew members. Warning, the following video is disturbing. I think I'm mistaken for something else, but I found here that it says Pitbull has his own NASCAR team. Yay. To be honest, I don't even know what it means, but I found this car and it's cool. It's driven by Bobby Gordon. I think traffic jams are supposed to be when cars take up too much of the track and start causing a massive traffic jam, minus the slow driving. Correct me if I'm wrong on this mention, but I believe navigation is some kind of material they use. I cannot find anything. I don't know what this is. After a crash that happened in lap 2 of the 2012 Daytona 500, Juan Pablo Montoya was trying to catch up to the field under caution. Suddenly, his car got a weird vibration, sending Montoya's car sliding into the jet dryer, which dries the track with jet fuel. He slammed into the jet dryer and the fuel ignited. Also, right here you can see Pablo Montoya's car getting lifted off the ground, nearly going over. A NASCAR race being held in Martinsville, Virginia was going swell, but before the race, a plane that I believe Rick Hendrick owned crashed, which killed about 10 people. R.I.P. OSCAR is the Australian version of NASCAR, going in oval tracks, just going in the opposite direction, noting because the fact that the drivers are on the right side of the car, not the left, so it looks a bit quirky. NASCAR Race Day is a pre-television show hosted by Larry McReynolds, Jamie McMurray, and another girl, I forgot her name. It's usually before a NASCAR race. Carl Long's record penalty is a $200,000 fine and suspension over 19 cubic inches over regulation. I have no clue why this is so far down on the charts, but EA Sports NASCAR 10 was the final NASCAR racing game. to what people say. On the cover, it has Jimmy Johnson winning a championship. I am assuming that this is supposed to talk about the Grand National Series of NASCAR that took place at Daytona. So, yeah.
The NASCAR vortex theory says that cars racing around an oval track create a rotational disturbance that repels oncoming
storms.
L.W. Wright is an unidentified American confidence trickster. In 1982, he posed as a stock car racing driver to compete in the Winston 500, a NASCAR Winston Cup Series
race at Talladega. I am so sorry, but I cannot find any information on this. The last mention of this iceberg and the final layer has to deal with the Pepsi 400, which Dale Earnhardt won. People think Earnhardt's win was a rigged race because people thought it was too good to be true. A little too good. They thought ESPN wrote this a little joke. But it was not a joke. It was an actual win. Well, anyways, guys, that is the end of the NASCAR Iceberg. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications to get notified whenever I post a new video. This is also one of the only icebergs that mentions NASCAR. Usually because if somebody searches NASCAR Iceberg, it shows the channel, The Iceberg, that posts NASCAR content. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Like and subscribe again and turn on that post notification bell. And thank you guys so much for watching. And peace out. Bye! Thanks for watching.